Hello and welcome back to the Marvellous Martells. So, I have been looking at what we could do and I have read some comments saying, kill my wife. Now, it's definitely a possibility. Looking at the percentage, it's possible. It's very possible. Are we the Master of Whispers? Yes, we are adding in like 88% of that. So, actually might only be one other person in this plot, but it's still almost possible for us to kill our wife. However, that seems like taking the easy way out. I think that we should just die natural deaths and see how that goes. Anyway. So while I'm on that topic, I think I'm going to go on a foreign tour. Because, you know, sounds like a little bit of fun. And I am going to travel to... I've already been to the Free Cities, and we have some land there. Let's go further off. Let's go to Gess. Well, wait, have we got any more locations? Oh, we can go even further. See the wonders made by man. This will be a long tour, as nominated by the famous traveller Lomas Longstrider. Sure, let's do that. I'm exploring the world. Sorry, I'm not on the council anymore, because I am, yeah. Well, I'm away, basically. I have a regent, but that's okay, my cousin. Let's go. At age 5, somebody died of the Grey Plague. The Grey Plague? Is there a plague? Oh, there's a little bit of a plague. It's not that much. Anyway. This person's off to get a realm of their own. That's up north, right? Yeah, that's up in the wildling territory. We don't need to worry about that. Right. My prince, I, Alaric, request the right to take the Black and guard the realms of men as a sworn brother of the Night's Watch. You're insane at 58. You know what? Good luck. See you later. Right. Let's see how this goes. At a meeting of your Regency Council, Lord Conrad Harlaw's petition on the council was put under question. Your bannerman, Lady Jonquil Dalt, called a vote to have him removed, a vote which passed. Lord Conrad has been fired. Oh, okay. During your journey across the seas, your ship was hit by a terrible storm. The ships are violently rocking back and forth, and you try to cling on to anything to keep steady, whilst your men tend to keeping the ship on course, and more importantly, in one piece. Alright, well, there's no way we die, so... as your men slowly manage to get the ship back under control, you hear a loud crack from above, and a piece of the mast comes hurtling towards you, hitting your arm. As you slowly recover and stand up, you see that it has impaled itself in your arm. The surgeon on board comes to help you as the crew have got the ship under control and proceed to your destination. Only slightly wounded. We need a new advisor. New advisor's going to be... Oh, not her. I guess it's going to be this guy, probably. That seems alright. There's a tyranny against Lord Paramount Quincy of the North, so that's the Karstarks against the Rygates. Okay. And there's an independence war by King House, up in the north. Lord Regent, Lord Simon Martell, made a new appointment to your council. He agreed to Sir Garrus's petition and appointing him to the council at the expense of Sir Lewin. Oh, okay. What position was that? Castellan. At a 1... Oh my god, that's awful. Anyway. Your close friend, Lady Paramount Riona Tyrell, has served on the Queen Rowena's council for some time now. It's a position she is well suited for. Good. My prince, I write on behalf of the Iron Bank of Braavos to express the consternation at the actions of your bannerman, Lord Aaron the Fourth Fowler. They have failed to pay due interest on a loan, and I urge you to take appropriate action. Signed, Sopho Fregar. So I can pay the interest. I shall issue a reprimand, or I can say I don't see why this concerns me. I'll pay for my bannerman. Okay, right. And are we gonna arrive soon? Oh. You've revealed a plot where somebody seeks to hurt someone else. Okay, that's fine. You would like your kinsman to be the next person in charge of Gaston Grey. Seems like a good idea to me. My prince, I, Beldekar, sincerely ask to be allowed to pursue a career as Septim of the Faith of the Seven. Sure, I don't know who you are, but, you know, enjoy. After many days at sea on your ship, you have finally arrived at Oldtown. You're very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands and the Reachman culture. Wait a second, what? Wait a second, we just went to Oldtown? We just went here? We just went next door. It's like, it's our long foreign journey next door. I guess it's because we hold land this far away, so therefore we can take a trip over here because a bit of our land is far enough away, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, whilst in Oldtown, I met a lovely woman named Carolee, a courtier of Lord John III. We both got along very well over a night of drinking, and there's clear mutual attraction in the air. Do I dare pursue her and ask that she return home with me? Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Oldtown. You stop scribbling in your scroll when the coachman calls out, "Aye!" You look to see him pointing off into the distance where a grand flame lights the sky. Dawn rises as you finally see the full facade of the structure and the flame just the pinnacle of the monument. From the aisle in the mouth of the river that divides Oldtown, a massive base rises, intricately constructed of black stone. The base gives way to a second tier, slimmer by near half the base, which comprises the bulk of the structure. This tier gradually melds into a tall, thin obelisk, giving the structure its immense height, and is topped with a burning brazier. You hastily sketch it in your scroll and make your way to the ferry. This place scares me. Why? It's like it's just Oldtown. It's not really that scary. Alright, well, off we go. It's time for you to leave your current location and move on to your next destination. Castle Black. Oh, we're heading all the way up here. Alright, well that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit more of a trip. We could stop off in our Iron Isles on the way past if we wanted to, I suppose. After many days at sea, you have finally arrived at Castle Black. Oh, are we in the latest season where you just teleport everywhere? Anyway, you're very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands and the Northman culture. Okay. As you walk through the streets, you come across a group of small folk. I can give them gold, or I care not for these people. Yeah, sure, have some gold. Your host is annoyed at you for giving them gold. Well, whatever. Lord Commander Kenneth is annoyed at you for giving gold to the commoners you met on the streets the other day, as it sets a bad example for them. Yeah, how dare they have money? That's just wrong. The High Septim likes me more now, though, which is good. Castle Black. You wake up as the cart jostles, hitting a pothole in the northern road. As you wipe the sleep from your eyes, you see sunlight dancing on an icy edifice, filling the horizon with shimmering light. You scramble for your charcoal and scroll, completing a rough sketch of the wall as your cart reaches its base. Thanks, you call to the driver as you disembark, barely a nod in return. You enter Castle Black and convince Lord Commander Kenneth Chambers to escort you to the top. The lift creaks and shifts as you are pulled the 700 feet up and stops with one last violent shift. You step out into the frozen walk to the sight of pure white in all directions. A frigid wind pours in and you pull your furs tight. This place scares me, as most places seem to, apparently. Where are we going next? Braavos. Oh, alright. So we went up here and now we're going back down to Braavos and then background. Okay, seems fair enough. Right. After many days at sea on your ship, you have finally arrived in Braavos. You are very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands and the Braavosi culture. My daughter is not responding well to tuition. She is not very diplomatic. Okay. Whilst in Braavos, I met a lovely woman called Ariana, a courtier of Sea Lord Jacario. We both got along very well over a night of drinking, and there was clear mutual attraction in the air. Oh yeah, I'm going to invite her to my chambers. Why not? You know, whatever. Seems good. Braavos. A great blast spreads through the cabin of the ship, causing you to leap from your slumber. You race out to the deck to see the sun just beginning to rise in the east. Not long after, a giant flickers on the horizon and soon betrays a broken blade reaching far into the heavens. The rest of the Titan's figure reveals itself. The outstretched arm links with a tall, broad torso clad in bronze. Its left hand digs into the mountainside nearby. The legs of the Colossus straddle the waterway, dug from the mountains on either side. As your ship approaches, the Titan releases another roar as if to declare its protection of the harbour you are entering. As the ship kisses the docks, you add the finishing touches to your sketch. Ah, what an interesting place. Where are we going now? Old Volantis. Oh, what? Right, we're going here, basically. Yeah, it looks like we can drop in some of our other places. Or is Old Volantis like here? It's here. Okay. We can drop in some more of the bits of land we own on the way past, I guess. In theory. Caroline has died of poor health already. Kelsey Blackmont, however, is living quite a happy life in the dungeons. Well, maybe not happy, but she's living a healthy life in the dungeons. Right, I'm going to explore the Essosi Valerian culture. Old Volantis. You cover the yawn escaping your mouth as the sun lights the end of your overland journey. The cartman urges the pullers onward into Volantis proper. He curses at the locals who choke the city streets as they go about their routines. After many threats and curses, you finally reach the western end of the long bridge. The cartman shouts as you stand up in the cart to see better. As you fail to see across, you heed his warnings and take your seat. He drives onto the bridge past storefronts, heads of thieves, and intricate pillars. You do your best to copy it all in your papers as you cross. Finally, under the east arch, he urges the beasts onto a blackstone road, its blocks fused into one. What an interesting place. Now we're going to the Sorrows. I do not know where the Sorrows is. Is that like down here, or is that like over here, or where is that? Maybe it's in Yunkai? I don't know. The Sorrows doesn't sound like a place we really want to visit though, so anyway. Let's have a look. Don't really know where the Sorrows is. Oh wait, I can probably check where we are right now, right? As in tell me where we are, we're just somewhere. Anyway. Oh wait, there's this. Oh, he also owns the Sorrows. So it must be like here, maybe? Oh no. Or over here. Or maybe it's inland a little bit. I'm not really sure. Maybe. Oh, maybe it's up here. Or maybe it's up in this bit of land. I have absolutely no idea where it is. Anyway. Oh, it does say the ruins of the Sorrows. So it could be somewhere over here. Or I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Right. Let's enter the ruins. My acquaintance Lord Paramount Damon Lannister II tried to have Lady Brienne Lantell of Lannisport arrested, but failed to apprehend her. Lady Brienne saw the futility in rebellion, however, and has travelled to Castle Rock to seek justice in person. Okay. Cool. The Sorrows. The cart returns to the Arrow Straight Road as the driver's new customer settled in beside you. You nod at the elderly woman and close your eyes as the cart is pulled along the smooth road, nary a bump to upset your rest. Near asleep, you hear the woman muttering, a hint of distress in her tongue. You stir to see her eyes locked on a dark fog in the distance. What is it? You ask. The Sorrows, the driver says. You note grand stone towers barely breaking from the fog and attempt to urge the driver towards it, but the woman takes his arm and shakes her head. She's right. The place is cursed, filled with stone men, grayscale. I'll not go. You agree and sketch the fog-cloaked ruins in your notes. Yeah, I think that is in this area, maybe? Not 100% sure. I think it's in this area, roughly. Whatever. Right. Oh, wait. There we go. I can find out exactly where... Oh, it's actually here. Never mind. Perfect. Well, it's good to know. Now we're heading to Norvos, which is up this way. We're going all over the place. Never mind. Maybe going to Oldtown wasn't that bad. Maybe that was just the first stop on our very, very long journey. Right. Queen Jane of the Iron Throne has declared Queen Jane's claim on the Iron Throne war on Queen Rowena the Unworthy. Who are you? How did you get a dragon? What? Who is Queen Jane and how does she have a dragon? I feel these are very important questions. You're just somebody who happens to be in Dragonstone, but how do you have a... What? Where did she... She's just a rebel leader who happens to have a dragon? Oh, well I'm gonna defend, obviously, but... What? That's very unexpected. Just like, hey, Dragon Rider, deal with it. You know. We're just going to bring those men. I think we can leave these ones unless we're very, very worried. But, oh, that's actually a lot of troops they have there. Maybe I am worried, but I'm not that worried, actually. Yeah, it's only 10,000 more troops we would bring. I think we have enough, but I'm still... Dragon? Very, very worrying. Right. After many days at sea on your ship, you have finally arrived in Norvos. You are very excited and cannot wait to explore these new lands and the Norvosi culture. High Priest Quoro of the Inspiration Order shall be informed of your arrival. Whilst walking down one of the streets of Norvos, I took a wrong turn and stumbled into a local brothel. The numerous Norvosi beauties that reside here do look quite enticing. Well, obviously I'll have my fun. Right, Norvos. The cart rocks as it leaves the smooth black stone and enters Norvos. Bugger me with a spear, the cartman shouts as the wheels dig into the muddy path and stick. You hop off and continue into the city, leaving him to curse at every god of the east. As you walk through the lower city, copying images and details into your notes, 3 bells begin to toll. You stand, drawn in by their melody, soon realizing that they each have their own distinct tone. As you listen to their ring, you start to hear them speak. When they finally stop their chat, you feel lessened, empty, and so race for the upper city to find them. As you reach the stairs, a guard checks you firmly, nearly sending you to the ground. Fascinating. My wife has retired to the Sept. Obviously, I'm going to spend time with my lover. Especially as, like, we're apparently just on a cart together somewhere. We're now heading to Vasquejo? Vasquejo? Is that, like, somewhere in the Dothraki land, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, what quality of education are we purchasing for our daughter? The best possible. She is, of course, heir to the Iron Throne. She deserves the best possible. What type are we doing? Well, Martial's a neutral, and she's pretty good at it, so I'm going to give her a martial education. As in, she has high stats and it's neutral. Intrigue is a higher stat, but it's a -1 education. Diplomacy is a neutral. Stewardship is a -1. I mean, yes, learning is a +1, but Westerosi characters are not allowed to use this focus. So, there we go. Right. Are we merged up yet? Not a hope. Okay, their army split up, which is a very good start for us here. Ah, Dothraki culture. But actually, okay, yeah, it is Dothraki culture. This actually just shows the previous person who happened to be there. Okay, that's fine. Whilst you were stopped in Vasquejo, some fighters approached you and their leader asked if they could join you on your travels. They noticed that you were not of this land and thought that you would be their best chance to explore the world. Yeah, Mago, come join me. That's fine. Vasquejo. As the caravan makes its way through the Great Grass Sea, you see several large stone pillars in the distance. I didn't know the Dothraki built anything, you declare as you point in their direction. Of course the bastards don't. That's the Sarnathi ruins. You shout for the wagon to stop and take a horse to see the ruins. You ride up to a great pond, its waters murky green and surrounded by the only trees you've seen on the plains. You notice chiseled stones lining the water and realize it's not natural. Then you make your way to the pillars that first drew you. You find hundreds of them evenly spaced to your eye. You start to form a picture in your mind of what once stood and pull out your scroll. Where are we going now? Time to leave your current location and move on to your next destination. Time is short and there is oh so much to see in this world. We're heading to Karth. Okay, so this I think is our ending one, unless we're actually going over to Yitai and Ashai afterwards, but we'll see. Right. Travelers bring rumors of fire and blood. Alios Valeros now rides a dragon. And that is also Volantis, another dragon rider in Volantis. Right, continue to merge. Charity work's going well. Quincy of the North died of pneumonia. That now means that Balandra of the North is now in charge. Okay. We have abdominal pain. Lovely. Thinks we're getting the bloody flux. Oh, lovely. And we are in Karth. Right. He has brought balance to our humors by making us drink salty water to induce vomiting. Lovely. Lovely. What's that? We need a... oh, Mago can now be our bodyguard. That makes sense. But I can probably replace our 12 with Mago as well, because he's got a lot of positive traits that might be useful. Karth. Red waste indeed. Damnable sand. Too coarse and rough. It's irritating. Hate sand. Anyway. You shout at your guide. She just stares ahead and continues onwards. She leads you a fair distance more, and then you come to the fabled walls of Karth. Divided into 3 tiers, the nearest and shortest is red. The second, peaking a bit above the first, is grey. The rear, taller than the rest, is deep black. As you pass the copper gate, you see innumerable depictions of strange beasts, as well as wolves that plagued your journey. As you approach the iron gate of the middle wall, you see the scenes of battle and death. Lastly, the inner wall is covered in scenes of love and sex. As you enter the gold gate, you inscribe them in your notes. Oh yeah, I bet we do. Right. It's now time to go to Old Gess, apparently. Yes, we're still going on this journey. Alright, we're entering the ruins. Old Gess. Your ship meets the docks of the Geskari mainland. Are you sure this is the site? You ask of the captain, who nods at you and points off into the distance. With a sigh, you make your way inland. After a time, you come to a field littered with a great many red marble and sandstone blocks. You approach the nearest sandstone and stretch your arms wide against it, finding it wider by half. You make a rough estimate of the number and size of blocks, copying the information into your scrolls. Then your mind wanders back, and you picture the ancient pyramid. It's 33 levels of yellow stones climbing over 800 feet into the sky. As you come back, you look around at the vast barren plain surrounding you. Fascinating. We're not scared anymore, apparently. Oh, we're going home. Apparently we have responsibilities we have to tend to. Couldn't possibly tell you what those were because this war appears to be done. In one battle in the Greenlands, apparently. That's all it took. Jane accepts Queen Rowena the Unworthy's peace offer, and my god, she does not look well. She's depressed, stressed, headache, fever. Oh, she's gonna die. Alright. Jane has been imprisoned. Well, we'll call for the court physician for my wife as well, who appears to be very, very ill, which is definitely not ideal. Well, I mean, it's okay. She has the pox. That's -2 health, with -1 from depressed, -1 from stressed. She is a mild illness, so that's +1 again. There's only -3, which actually could be much worse. Has she been treated well as well? Yes, +2, so it's only -1. She's actually much healthier than it seems, but still. Not great. Are we back home yet? No, we're still traveling. Oh. During your journey across the seas, your ship was hit by a terrible storm. The ship is violently rocking back and forth, and you try to cling to anything to keep steady whilst your men tend to keeping the ship on course, and more importantly, in one piece. Oh, the gods, no. Oh, we're not dead, actually. Men managed to get the ship under control, and we're safe to journey on our way. Well, that was easy enough. Right, we're journeying home. That's fine, I thought that's what we were doing the first time. After visiting many exotic places and meeting many interesting people, you're finally returned home as your tour comes to an end. Fantastic, we hit 250 prestige, and we have lost stressed. We're no longer stressed. The pleasures of life no longer seem so overwhelming. Pressures of life no longer seem so overwhelming. I'm not stressed anymore. Fantastic news. The Regency is over, and I'm sorry, Garen. I appreciate that you are here. However, you are awful at that job that you've been assigned, and Cadwell will be taking over from you from now on. It's angered the people who supported him, but at the same time, Cadwell's just much better at the job. We can hold a tourney as well, but we might do that next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye.